All right, take two. Finally got enough space on the camera. What's going on, guys? Mike Madigan, vinoLit Show. As I said, again, take two here of the show on February 27th, 2011. I cannot believe that February is almost over, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Had a great time yesterday and last night at the Pinot Summit. I want to give a big shout out to Ward Cadell at winelog.net I'm sorry, I shouldn't say slash, but it's winelog.net. You can find him, and wardcadell.com. I also want to give a shout out to Thea Dwelly at winebratsf/luscious on Twitter. Christian, my boy Christian at Simple Math Cellars. Really good to see him. Kind of a surprise. I mean, not a surprise. I mean, he makes great wine, but you know, it's a surprise to see him. A good surprise to see him. And peace to Christian at Simple Math Cellars. My good friend Ed Thralls. Peace to Ed Thralls, my boy. They're at winetonight.com. That's Wine Tonight. Tonight is spelled T-O-N-I-T-E. Winetonight.com. Peace to Ed Thralls. He's a good guy, man. I really dig Ed Thralls. You can find him also at Vintage Estates. He's the social media cat up there at Vintage Estates. The tasting room there on at the Healdsburg Square. So good to see him yesterday. Big shout out to Barbara Drady at Affairs of the Vine. She's the what does she go by? She goes by the chief wine evangelist. She's just such a good human being. You'll see her on the documentary that I post tomorrow on Facebook. So remember to friend me on Facebook so you can see everybody that I interview. You know, Ward, Thea, Christian, Ed, Barbara, and I just want to give a shout out to everybody else that attended the event yesterday that poured. I want to give a shout out to Sue Bonzel, the general manager there at Grayton Ridge Cellars. Had a really fun time hanging out with her. I'm going to go there to Grayton Ridge Cellars and blog eventually, sometime pretty soon. You know, I'm really kind of on a Pinot kick. Again, human beings are situational. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's like I'm on a Pinot kick right now, and I want to find out more about Pinot. I learned a lot yesterday, and I want to continue this trend in education on Pinot Noir, as it is a very mysterious and like my buddy, like somebody said yesterday, a very finicky varietal. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, Pinot is kind of an animal unto itself. So I attended a seminar yesterday that was moderated by Ward Cadell, A Question of Style. Tasted 3 great Pinots by one of them was by T.R. Elliott. The other was by Philip Krumal, the chef, winemaker, and owner of Ascension Ridge Inn and Vineyard. And the other was by Mark Goldberg, the owner and winemaker and wine shepherd of Windward Vineyard. I learned a lot at that seminar. Again, Pinot can take a number of forms. It can be heavy, it can be light, it can be audacious, it can be mysterious, it can be flirtatious. I'm really intrigued with the varietal of Pinot, more than just its fashionable appeal. So, and that's really what yesterday's Pinot Summit taught me, is that it's more than, you know, just a fad. And you guys know that I love Rex Pickett, but a lot of people after the movie Sideways appreciated Pinot. Well, they didn't appreciate Pinot. They just said, "Oh, I drink Pinot because it's, you know, kind of the in thing to do." But you know, Rex Pickett appreciates Pinot for its, you know, splendor and its complicated allure and nature. But you know, yesterday I really appreciated Pinot for what it is, and it is something quite magical. So had a great time there at the Financial District Hilton. It was on the 3rd floor, great views, a very well organized event. I actually saw somebody from Solano Community College, this guy George, who works in the writing lab at Solano Community College. It was a real great pleasure to see him. Peace, George, and it was cool kicking it with you yesterday. Just had a great time. What a great event. So anyway, you guys, real quick, before I get into the wine of tonight, the winery of tonight, actually the winery of tonight, they were my neighbors last night at during the open tasting. So I'll get to that in a second. But I just want to remind you guys that barrel tasting is March 4th to 6th and 11th through 13th of this year, obviously. So come visit me at Alderbrook Winery. Come visit us, rather, at Alderbrook Winery. Not just me. Me and the whole crew. I mean, Colette, Nikki, Heidi, Ramona, of course, my blogging partner, Ramona. Just come visit us at Alderbrook and visit everyone who's participating in barrel tasting. Barrel tasting is just a really interesting, very fun weekend and event. And it's just kind of cool to taste out of a barrel. If you've never done it before, give it a shot. So anyway, the winery that I'm featuring tonight from my neighbors last night at at the Pinot Summit. Lost Canyon. Sorry, guys. Okay, and I say sorry to Alexis and Brad. I knew what it was. I just want to make sure that I had it all right. Alexis Canyon Winery, led by Alexis Traverso and Brad Longton. They're at Fritz Cellars. I was right next to them. They were very nice. Gave me 3 bottles of wine. And I'm definitely going to go out there to the grounds and blog live. So stay tuned for that. But tonight I'm tasting the Morelli Lane Vineyard 2008 Russian River Valley Pinot. So, oh, I spilled a little bit on the desk. Oh well, whatever. It's wood, so I mean, what can it do? Anyway, so let's taste a little bit of this 08 Pinot, Russian River Valley. Yesterday, I asked Ed Thralls, you know, where he thought the best Pinots came from. He said Russian River, and I gotta be honest, I agree. So let's check it out. It's kind of like the dilemma, where do the best cabs come from, Alexander Valley or Napa? Well, I mean, you know, well, it's really not the same. I mean, I think Napa kind of has it in that regard. But in terms of Pinots, I gotta give it to Russian River. Let's see. Salud. Very pronounced notes, good palate presence. You could definitely pair that with food. Yeah, the finish is very elongated and electric. Yeah, that is an amazing Pinot. I'm not going to taste the other 2 tonight. I'm going to save those for other occasions. The other Pinot I have is the 2009 Russian River Goff Witten Vineyard. And the other, that's number 2. So number 3 would be the 2008 Russian River Valley Sara Lee Vineyard. You know, I really should have opened this one tonight, but oh well. So big shout out to Lost Canyon Winery. I will be out there blogging live within the next, I don't know, couple months. I can't wait to do that, actually. I'm always looking for new, well, it's in Russian River, and you guys know I'm on a Russian River. You guys know I'm on a Russian River exploration, kind of exploring that mysterious valley that is, excuse me, Russian River. So, again, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Alexis and Brad. Thank you so much for the bottles, and can't wait to come out there and hang out with you there at Lost Canyon Winery, a.k.a. Fritz, well, not a.k.a., but at Fritz Cellars. So, you know, in fact, I don't think I've ever been to Fritz. Out there, isn't it in Dry Creek? Well, I guess I'll find out. You know, again, wine is all about exploration. I have never claimed to know everything about the wine industry or wine, but I just love exploring. So, again, I'm on a Pinot kick. I'll be sipping this Pinot. Lost Canyon Winery. Check them out. Check out Ward Cadell. Check out Thea Dwelly. Check out Christian at Simple Matt Cellars. Check out Ed Thralls. Check out Affairs of the Vine, Barbara Drady. Everyone else that I met last night, great to see you. Totally a great time hanging out with you. And it was all about Pinot last night. And again, not on some pretentious, superficial level. I mean, it was really about education, the event, the occasion. If I already said that, whatever. But it was just, I'm still a little dazed by the whole thing. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So lots of great Pinot, a lot of great Pinot. Again, shout out to Lost Canyon. Shout out to Rex Pickett. Again, check out his novel right here, Vertical. Check out my boy Rex Pickett. You will find links to his blog and his website tonight on Mike's Log No Blog. So check tonight or tomorrow morning. You will see direct links to Mr. Pickett's blog and website. That's pretty much all I got for you tonight, you guys. Check out everybody that I told you to check out. If you could, Ward Cadell, Thea Dwelly, Christian at Simple Matt Cellars, Ed Thralls, Barbara Drady, Affairs of the Vine, Lost Canyon, Fritz Winery. Until next time, I shouldn't say until then, but until next time, keep sipping, keep scribbling, and I'll talk to you soon.